So hey guys, I thought we'd give you a little behind the scenes. This is Big Eddie's actually sitting in the mold. It's gonna get pulled tomorrow. It's currently getting cured. You can see this is just the hole. This is one of about 9 to 10 parts on this boat that will be assembled together. We got the 18 Max over there. I can show you kind of the parts going in, but basically the hole is one part, and then we'll start adding our nose pieces, bench pieces, floors, different pieces. They get kind of sewn together with the material. So again, 16-foot Big Eddie, kind of cool to see it. You can see there's 2 hooks in here. Tomorrow the guys will go ahead and hook the front and back. And then they'll, I think this mold applies some air to the bottom of it. Remember correctly, and it'll crack it loose. Yeah, forklift will pop it. Forklift will pop it out. Some of these molds I think still have some air fittings where they actually put air to it to get that crack, that seal to release. I don't think that has to happen with this particular one, but kind of cool to see it. This is a boat. This is a full-on boat right now. If I had a bucket in here, not that I would do that, I could row it down the river. So it's that structurally sound. The parts do help keep everything together, obviously as well, but it's pretty slick. Transom hasn't been put in it yet either, so pretty cool. Just thought I'd show it to you real quick. We'll flash through, maybe show you a couple of little parts here, but 16 Eddie right here, just being born. So you can see right here, they're grinding the parts. They have excess on them. You can see all the different parts laying back here. He's cleaning up the braces right now, trimming them back a little bit, sanding them, getting all the rough edges off of them. Just kind of completing the part, so they'll be ready to be installed into the boat. Here we got a 15-foot headhunter skiff. Just got born. Just everything's done. Pretty much all the parts are in. Kieran needs to finish up the last. That's a brace you saw for it. I clean it up to go to the next rigging facility to get the hardware and all the latches, hatches, those pieces, oarlocks put in it. Still got the paper on the boat to protect it from any overspray when they got the interior sprayed. Another one of our popular low-sided boats, the 15-foot headhunter skiff. So kind of cool to see it in state. Again, it'll take another day or so at the shop to get the hardware, all the latches and all the fun stuff. The customer, it might be a customer boat. Maybe they got some other options. Again, like the motor mounts and anchor nests they put on, but pretty cool to see it like this. This is the gel coat room. Gel coat's the pretty surface you see on the outside of the parts. You can use these boats with no gel coat on them, but obviously you print them up, make people's different colors, characters, fun stuff. A lot of maintenance here. A lot of work to keep these things up to speed. Colors, everybody goes, why can't I have purple? Why can't I have pink? You can only have so many of these, and you got to use them. Again, timeline expirations, different things like that. You want to have good quality products. So we can swap these out and do that stuff. So if anybody asks for custom colors, sometimes I say, well, might be a little bit more money. Maybe I get a couple built with a different color green. So we'll go ahead and clean one of these pumps out, maybe put a different color green on it and use it. But you can see to clean these things, it's quite timely and you know, a lot of effort. So we want to make sure we use that gel coat, not just for one person's boat and waste the rest of it and dump it out. We want to make sure we clean it up and use it. So again, they come all in 5-gallon buckets. These ones are sitting down here. You got to get some grays and some whites and some bigger colors of the more popular colors we use here. So kind of cool. Check out. A lot goes into this. We'll knock the barn over. All right, here's the stable of molds. We got the 18 Max. We got the 16 Standard. 17 Magnum Power Drifter right over there. Every lonely old man's boat right there, 10-foot Don Hill mini drifter. That's a staple in our industry, been around for a lot of years. Obviously that's a newer version of the mold, but that boat, I don't know, maybe it's not. So might have been just the one in there. It was still in good shape, but right here we got the 16-foot, looks like Eddie. Yep, 16-foot Eddie right there. Pretty mold. We got the 15-foot headhunter skiff right there. There's a bunch of them in here. What do we got over here? 16 LP, another one of our low profile series. Kind of the 16 Eddie again was kind of the, you know, the newer version of the 16 LP. There's still a lot of people that believe this is a great rowing boat for their particular type of fishing, so we still build it. Why not? We still have the mold, not a problem. The parts are interchangeable. And we got another 16-foot, oh, the old school high side. So there was a time frame about 2003 in the Northwest market to, I'd say, about 2014 where everybody had to have a big high-sided version, a high-sided boat. Again, trends happen. We all know that in any industry. So we built a lot of the 16-foot high sides. They went everywhere from NorCal all the way up to BC to Alaska. Even shipped some back in some Middle West areas, different areas. So you can see right now it's kind of sitting full of dust. Can we still build it? Yes, we can. And we still get people calling. And I don't think I did any this year, but we did a couple last year. So we got it. It's in good shape. So we still have that mold. And again, parts are interchangeable from 16 standard to 16 old school high side. It's kind of like the Eddy and the Big Eddy and the 16 LP. They all kind of have the same hole, so those parts can be interchangeable. Occasionally I get called, and if somebody's like, "Hey Jake, I really like that 16-foot steel header, 2000 series, maybe the Pro Guide series." Well, this is where the mold went. It went to the mold graveyard right here. You can see it. Unfortunately, the 14-foot Big Sky, drifter, the one a lot of people like, it's right over there. But they kind of came out of service, out of popularity. That happens time to time, or a newer model comes out. So, I just thought you'd show you the boneyard. Occasionally, you might pull one of these out, need a piece off it or restructure something. But basically, if it ain't here, it's been chopped up and in drip boat heaven molds. So, just thought I'd show you. Kind of fun to see the old molds where they've been. They're kind of just sitting back in here making blackberries. Here's your drift boat right here. It'll be a little bit more probably than this, but different sizes for different areas. This is a lot of stuff they'll use down the chines after they got the main woven in there. Thicken those chines up, make them a little stronger. But you can see there's probably a couple drift boats sitting here, maybe more. What do you think? A couple more, yeah. So this is all the material we'll use in that. You can see there's some other product here that's part of the build process as far as resins, acetones, and different things that they'll use in the build process. And basically, we're probably getting a pallet of this stuff a week, with what we do and building lots of boats for people, lots of memories getting built right here at our factory. So thanks for checking the video out. Just want to show you a little glimpse into the factory. Everybody always asks me, and I'll show you a little bit, not all the secrets, but just a little bit. So again, thanks for watching. Have fun out there.